Good morning, guys. I will start an experiment in 2025 of complete surrender. No goals, no plans, no visions, just going day by day and see what happens. Because listen to this. So often in my life, I have received the impossible, like for real. The impossible happened to me because of the inner work I am doing. And I was brainstorming for the last month, literally, like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, how can I use my love for connecting to the collective field and journaling, observing, reflecting, analyzing, and just always like seeking to transform the wisdom I've learned from an experience into something that can help other people believe in themselves and develop the courage to trust their own instincts. So, what came to my mind is, what if I film myself 365 days a year, like some glimpses every single day, completely unscripted, completely unedited, just like cut, and then whatever I do with it, to show you guys how miracles manifest in my life. I give you an example. When I was in LA, I was there on an ESTA visa, okay? So not even a work permit. And I needed a car. And I was like, thank you, God, for giving me a car. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 5 days later, an old friend of mine called me and was like, Jenny, I have a feeling you need a car. Like, do you want me to bring you one to LA from Canada, Toronto? Can you believe that? So that person literally drove the car from Toronto, Canada. It was even like 3 hours more to the east side. Drove the car down to, Las Vegas. I picked it up in Vegas. That's like 5 hours away from LA. And I was like, oh my God, and I really want to do YouTube, and I really want to share how you can receive and manifest the impossible for yourself. And I'm like, but I don't want to like talk. That's so boring to me. I want to prove it. I want to show real life in its rawest, most authentic form. And I think then it speaks for itself, So please let me know if something like this would be interesting to just take you through my days. But for real, you guys, like, just like whatever, like the good, the bad, the highs, the lows, the struggles, just like whatever I feel like filming. I mean, obviously I need to practice and everything to make it interesting, but I think it could be really cool, I mean, I have a feeling that we all crave more authenticity, more rawness, more realness, and I don't know, I feel like this year I got really lost, and I already made a big step. Like, I deleted my Instagram app and I'm not using it for, I think, 1 or 2 weeks now. No, I think 10 days, so almost 2 weeks. And I already feel how I feel better, Because, sorry, my nose is still running because I still have a cold. But for example, I'm telling you something. So I was on Instagram now for 1.5 years. And it took away my confidence and also somehow my unique beauty, because I never felt so insecure about my looks than I did this year, because constantly, subconsciously, I was comparing myself to what I saw online, and I kind of like transformed into just one of those, Instead of honoring my beauty and like my eyebrow shape and my, I don't know, wild, messy hair, I was like, I don't know, polishing myself where I didn't need any polishment, And I feel like I want to return to myself. Like, I just want to look like myself. I don't want to look like anyone else. Like, who cares? Like, it was putting so much stress on me. And honestly, it made me so stiff. Like, it made me so stiff and so unhappy because I was just like constantly overly on alert about my looks, about, I don't know, everything, like the way I behave, the way I speak. I'm like, oh, I need to be this professional person now because I have a software company and I need to be so polished because I'm in Eastern Europe now and everyone here is polished. And, I was just putting so much weight on my shoulders, so much pressure, which doesn't need to be there, It's like so unnecessary. And I know that for me, I cannot handle Instagram. I can't. And Yesterday I watched actually an Oscar award winning short film, and it's called something with other people's windows or in other people's windows. And that's exactly how I felt. Like Instagram is exactly that. Like we see a picture, we see a video, but also on YouTube, you know, we see video, we hear the success stories, and we, even if it's just subconsciously, compare ourselves. Like I feel low, like I feel so low, and I can't, like for me, for my nervous system to see this, it's an absolute nightmare. I can't, like it's literally destroying me. It's destroying my spirit, my confidence, my self-worth. And I don't care if you're saying right now, well, you need to connect from within, you need to like blah blah blah. I know that, like, and I'm seeking the confidence and the self-love from within, but I can still not be surrounded by these things so many hours a day. Like it's just, I don't believe it's healthy. Like this is not normal. You're not walking around and you're surrounded by, I don't know, 10,000 supermodels or 10,000 millionaires. Like this is not reality, and it just creates such a false sense of reality. And for me, sorry, I have to be honest, like it destroys me. It makes me depressed, it makes me unhappy, it makes me so miserable in my own life. So I need to stop it. And that's also the reason why I want to start this surrender experiment. Because for so many years I was like planning my years, setting all my goals. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to manifest, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? Everything always happened completely differently for me personally, okay? Because I don't have a logical life. I don't have a logical education. I don't have anything done logically in my life. I'm extremely like intuitive, connected with my emotions, and I don't care. Like I want to do more of this because it gives me the feeling of really being a human, and that's what I want. I want to be so human that I don't fit in any of these like created systems, you know. I just want to be a human being. I don't want to suppress myself. I don't want to like perfectionize myself. None of these things. I'm so sick of it, like sick, okay? And the reason why I want to do my surrender experiment is, first of all, the book Michael Singer, The Surrender Experiment, is one of my favorite books of all times. And I have done this, like the meditation techniques and everything already a couple times. I mean, for a couple times, I mean like a couple years. But what I never actually did was letting go of the outcome. I always was manifesting something specific. And I don't want to do this anymore because I'm like, but this still comes from my mind, you know. I'm like, oh, I want this house right here. I want, I don't know. Okay, that's already it. Or, okay, let's say I want the career like that. I want this. I want to be this. I want to be blah, blah. And I'm like, but what if I just block my life flow, my life force? What if all these mentally created manifestations are just blocking me, and then I'm constantly frustrated because I don't have them? Like, instead of having no goals, having no vision, having no plans for my life right now, besides the only plan that I have is surrender every single day, do my meditation, do my journaling, try to put myself into this joyful, blissful, excited, curious energy, see what happens. I want to see if that works, to just literally meditate and pray and believe that I deserve the most joyful, carefree, happy life. And that's what I want to prove to myself, if that works. If I only focus on joy, on happiness, on gratitude, if I can create a life that gives me back exactly those things so that they amplify inside of me. Letting go of career goals, letting go of money goals, letting go of any sort of goals, and just freeing myself, because I realized that the more I create goals for myself, the more I do this and that, it just doesn't work for me. And I started to feel so guilty that I'm just not this type of person. Like, it doesn't work for me, this discipline, this consistency. Like, every single time I try to force myself to do something, it just doesn't work. And I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do what comes natural to me. I want to honor my natural being, you know. Like, I don't want to force things onto me, because maybe they're just not for me. Maybe for my entire life of 28 years I'm trying to be something and someone I'm not. And maybe when I let go of all this and just do what's natural for me, I can show and prove, record it here, that that's what we're supposed to do. That we're supposed to just do what comes natural for us and not even try to put any and force any type of systems and orders and strategies onto us. But the only thing we actually really need to do is to listen to ourselves. And that's why, so you will not receive any perfectly polished, edited, highlighted whatsoever videos here. I promise you, if you follow me and if you follow this 2025 no goals, no dreams, no visions, full surrender experiment, which I will record live here on YouTube, you will get the real deal. Like, I swear to God, the real deal. I will not fake nothing because I am sick of it, and I want to empower people to once and for all stop comparing, stop seeking something outside their own lives, just let it go, stop it. Like, it's the reason for so much misery, for so much unhappiness, for so much depression, that we are constantly trying to be something and someone we're not, doing things we don't want to do, blah blah blah, the whole spectrum. So it stops, it's enough. And I have written down the things that I want to do, and I will stop feeling guilty that I love the things that I love to do, and I will just try to make something out of it, and I don't know, I'm just thinking, so many miracles, as I already said, happened to me. So for example, like with no money, from one to the other day, I was suddenly living in a villa on Curacao, a Caribbean island where you pay like $250 a night. And it just happened to me. And it didn't happen in a disgusting, weird, I don't know, sugar daddy way or something. It just happened, And I want to give you your power back, girl, guy. I want to make you believe in yourself. So this is it. I have announced that I will start like recording my life, analyzing it with you guys, sharing the journey. So there are a couple things obviously in the background which I have already going on, which I will tell you now so that we are like kind of on the same page. So 1.5 years ago, I started to build Sparrow. That is a digital Hollywood software company, because for anyone who doesn't know me yet, for years I was trying to make it as an actress in Hollywood, but I was so protected from this very, very toxic work environment and very, very toxic industry that somehow it didn't work out for me. And then at one point I was like, I have enough. So if I will never be able to accomplish my dreams and goals, I want to do something that helps people like me to make it in this industry, but in a healthy way. So have Sparrow. For everyone who wants to check it out, it's just like Sparrow with a w.com. And it's a screenplay marketplace. You can do your projects there whatsoever. You can find work. So that's what I have going on. Then I also was writing The US Code. It's a TV show. I've wrote 3 seasons, and each season has 8 to 10 episodes, like 45 to 50 minutes. And I already have a producer. I did some casting, and I don't know if it will manifest, at the beginning it was like I wanted to be the actress, then I was the director, and then showrunner, producer, whatsoever. So I gave Sparrow to God, I gave the US Code to God, and the only thing I focus right now is my YouTube. So is this everything that I have going on? Right? Okay, and I'm married, and me and my husband would love to have a family and move into our own house. But honestly speaking, the thing that I want the most is to feel alive, to feel something in my heart, and to help others feel the same. Like, I want to live, I want to wake up, I want to be curious, I want to be excited, I want to feel joy in my veins, I don't want to feel so burdened. So, okay, Sparrow, the US Code TV show, my YouTube, my marriage. That's it. Yeah, and I'm very excited. Today's the last day of this year, which feels really crazy and weird, especially considering that, okay, that's a little disclaimer, but in 8 days, I'm gonna move out of this house here because we didn't extend the rent. So we are not homeless, but we don't have a place to stay, so we're just gonna travel. And let's see how long, where, what will happen. I will take you guys along. And yeah, please follow me and become a part of this experiment to realize how much power you have. That's it. Thank you, and I would love for you to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and let's do this. Thank you.